All right, well, here we go. I'm going to get started with doing a portrait today. So the first thing I do is I like to get the outline of the head. So just by observation, I'm looking and I'm trying to measure the shape of the hair, where there's breaks in the hair. So where is a part? How does the hair curve? And I'm trying to get a general shape of the head. That's it. So I work my way from the outside in. All right. Now from there, how far down till the hairline? All right. And does it match up with that part? So I'm working my way from the outside in. And once I get my way a little bit further down, I will start to talk about how I determine the measurements of the face. All right. But the shape of everyone's head is different. There is no like universal head shape. And in fact, that oval that we're taught to draw when we're younger, I think that's kind of it gets in the way of drawing a more accurate portrait. So, I mean, I guess it's okay to start with that oval, but I like to just draw everything from observation when I'm getting the shape of the head. So I'm looking for the cheekbones, where the jawline changes direction, what shape of the chin do we have, did I get it to match up properly? So this is what I'm working on right now, okay? Now, once I get the shape of the head, I start to move to a spacing. Now, for me, spacing is I use fingers and eyes. So I try to determine from based off of my fingers, how many fingers long is the forehead. All right. So, and how many fingers long from the eyebrows to the tip of the nose. All right. So first, let me just finish getting the general shape, and then I'm going to move along. All right. And I'll try to keep this as quick as possible because I know it can be painful to watch a very long video of someone drawing. All right, so extend the hair down a little bit more. Okay, so I'm thinking the average size of a forehead is about between 3 and 4 fingers. Okay, now everyone is going to be above or below average in something. All right, we're not all completely, well, maybe actually that could be a lie. There might be someone out there who's just completely average with all measurements. All right, but we're looking at about 3 to 4 fingers for the forehead here based on observation. And then it looks about the same from the eyebrows to the tip of the nose. So it looks like it's a similar amount of space. Okay. And then how many fingers from the nose to the upper lip? How many fingers down from the bottom lip to the chin? So we're trying to get a good measurement. Okay. Now, a mistake that's often made is we tend to put the eyes a little high on a face. So you want to make sure you don't put the eyes too high. So I'm going to put a little line there and I'm just drawing lightly as to where I see the eyes, okay? And then I also want to think about the curvature of the head because unless someone is looking at you directly straight on, there's going to be a little bit of a curvature. So you could see my line there is not perfectly straight. All right, now, once I think I have my measurements done, and I'm going to have some examples on how to properly do the measurements, I'm going to start mapping out where I see all of the features. Okay, so I'm going to start placing in the nose. Now, this is just the way I work. Now, I start with the nose first, then I move my way up to the eyes, back down to the mouth. But there's no real rule to that. And you could decide to not follow anything that I'm showing you. These are all just suggestions. I will strongly suggest, though, that you work very lightly. Lightly enough, and I think I'm always telling you that no matter what project we're working on, but you want to work lightly enough until you're sure that your line work is proper, and then you can commit to your line and draw darker. But in the beginning, it's a really good idea because we all make mistakes. This might be my 1000th portrait, but there's still a chance. I'm probably going to make a mistake. Okay. So now I'm trying to see the angle of the mouth, the angle of the eyebrow. I'm going to see there's a lot of nice shadowing here, so I want to get the cheekbones and look at that shape. Okay. Now, this is just me starting it out. There's a really good chance that you're not going to see this whole thing completed, but I would like you to see the initial start of the portrait, and then I will share with you a final version of it so that you could see what it looks like at the end, okay? Because this might take me a little longer to do it properly. Now, another thing I want to show you is the eyes. The eyes, on average, when you're drawing the eyes, from the center of your eyes should meet the ends of your mouth, okay? So if you were to look at someone's eyes dead center in the eye, and you were to draw a straight line down from the center of their eye, you should hit the ends of their lips, okay? Now, for me, I have smaller lips. So from the center of my eyes straight down, you will not hit the ends of my lips. That's where I'm not average. And so because of that, that's something I'm very aware of. And if I draw myself, I have to give myself a smaller mouth, right? Now, some people like my wife has a larger mouth. So it extends past the center of the eyes. All right, but I'm going to kind of measure that out a little bit. And you have to look and see what makes somebody look specifically like them. You know, everyone has something unique. And not everything is always going to be symmetrical, too, for a human. And some people that are considered very aesthetically pleasing have asymmetrical faces. You know, one person I point out to my wife is, do you guys know who the actor Bradley Cooper is? Bradley Cooper. His face is not symmetrical. Tom Cruise is famous for his smile. His smile is not symmetrical. So you have to look and see, is something not symmetrical on the person you're drawing? How do you again make it look just like them? Okay, so now that I have this just started off, let's look. So we had 4 fingers for the forehead, 4 fingers from the eyebrows to the tip of the nose, about a finger from the nose, a finger and a half from the nose to the upper lip, 2 fingers for the lips, and then down from the bottom of the lips to the chin, about another 2 fingers, okay? From the center of the eyes down to the ends of the mouth. Now, the space between your eyes is roughly the size of an eye. So you want to try to make sure you place the eyes properly. You don't want to have too much space between your eyes or too little. That will completely change the way somebody looks. So the space in between your eyes is roughly the size of an eye. The space from your eye to the edge of your face is roughly about the size of an eye. That makes your face about, on average, 5 eyes wide. Okay? So this is me starting. I'm going to continue working on this, and you will see the finished product soon, okay? All right, thank you very much.